press on into the main service. We're in Proverbs. We're in Proverbs chapter 14. 14 bihik. No odds on. This is 13 yet. I'm jumping ahead. Proverbs chapter 13. We're partway through it. We're finishing out 13 today. 13, chapter 13, kid. I've been working ahead, Ebenina. I'm working out the next chapter. I thought we were already in 14, but we're finishing up chapter 13 today.
19?
Chapter 13.
I mean, verse 19.
19 through 25. Desire realized. A desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. But the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Much food is in the fallow ground of the poor. But for lack of justice, there is waste. He who spares his rod hates his son. But he who loves him disciplines him promptly. The righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the stomach of the wicked shall be in want. Didn't I catch it? Lana Queen Zini Bohol Lana Queen Zini Bethol Inko Yi Sizini.
That's not 13, is that?
Verse 19.
Oh, 19.
Lana Queen Zini Bethol Inko Bohol Inko Bikahal Bohol Inko Behol Inko Ayit Sizini Bikahwi Ndetneto Atahaliani Eto Yashoni Do Yashoni It's at the It's at the Do de Dinda. It's at do de Dinda. Dene da Huyani Bish Jo Kahi Hojiado. De neto atahaliani. Besti loi bike tithuijdi. Bike tithuijdione. Adil dachi sihi do Yashwani. Do ya adashwani shotahui do te beniye. Beniye dahwani nilche. Dahwanche. De net a quickie at ya at bichin. Dat do liech. De ne ya at
What verse?
Verse 22. Denayat bin nalike bi dador lehi ye at dedi
I think I'm reading the wrong one. Chapter what?
13. Ado dene atil da'il zihi binaliyeha dahyo dahyot iligi denet a akwiki adanihi ba hasht ni nil ba hasht ni nil kedaya inda beka kedaya inda beka kedoliago akwi ba dahjo ba iki chiyan to ahayui bahwalon she nde do akwi aho nihi bini na khatsa ndahachon khatsa ndahachon khabe atskis jasidi khaye jijokha nde khaye ayo achoknini nazkisto the net quickie at the net quickie at hui yeleje aya the net do yashwani bibit the chin nilin shek Verse 19, desire realized is sweet to the soul. That word desire, it means, from the Hebrew, that word that got translated desire, it means a longing or a craving for something. When it becomes real in your life, ni hui ile ko bakala na jin this is an hui le ko ni hui le ko do na da shi hui se zini de bis na hui zon da ni da ya din he get the do tin da has that happiness, that joy, it comes to the soul, our inner man. Do tin he get that go if na hui zon. So when we long for something, but kala na needs the name, na kala it's equal. You see, but it is an abomination to fools to turn away from evil. Na sacha ko di de na ko ki ya kala na nzne di yin ba sa yo ni ko di yin ye bi ki chit li ko do da shi ya bi ne hui zhong de ye na di jo ni la de ne ke che de ko che ko di yin de yin do in these yin shilan zin what the fool zhe ne do ho xian di yin ke do she na shtin zini jo yan sa kes ko di de Banket nada dot it's an abomination to him. The nekot ego today's case go hot ego be not nicht ego the yin lands and go be not nicht egi the yin but bizarre be that yalt go baby a job in of it and kin the lan the yin dobes anini ndol choni na che de na chepe de no baby che ya go so do in this yin da jonila bit that go ya that case go it's an abomination dobes anida nabi ko detestable to him is Jean the yin be hot not one go baby na nende bit that go dobes anida. Verse 20, he who walks with wise men will be wise. Khayshi di de neta hunyani de yin bebe hotza ye da cheda yo ego ye be na de ini be hinji khako be sa da je is go go for jian to dole the yin bits ade yosh agi ye na ban tien go ye se na hui los go ye je ya ti go ego be jil dehigi. See, a lot of times the neats either the had either ben not he san do yi da the ne na the san do hat art that the kata oh hat aden da khale so the akut ego di the khishin the yin god be hot not ne di lago ye be na yo ni fi that's what he's saying. It's good to be in the company of men that are devoted to God, that have given themselves over to God. But the companion of fools will suffer harm. Adi the neto konda nishi besti the walk of art in art end bits beni nada it differs the doll god edo wants it kesa we run off with the hashi hold just go slata do aj with a beta deal walk go bed hit it the nicht got that so be careful who you associate with. Kala do ho da ni la di in do ba ni ke ko da ni a ju yi ke e ka a ju ya da de istango be ina diste. Verse 21, adversity pursues sinners the yin God between what this na ilzi the tigi the achin na hui na ntaben che jonila. That word pursues, it brings out the idea of na je. Cheda binchi deshtenzen go zela yikana jeko zela chi deshtenzen go yikana jeko zela dide achena huina ekot ego dide de net de yindoi ni ziko de yindoi eko yikali do de yinichi de il ziko beina nechti achena huina ekot ego bekayo junila. But the righteous, na sacha what the yin God, the behun edo the yin God be hot zado be a quick it a nde di la go yik ekwada edan nisko the yin be anini be the hazendo yik ekwade kagi ena will be rewarded with prosperity. Ya the yende go ba kun zin habesi ala anish ani de di la shish anini la ani ye the ti go you got ni go ade go. God's the one that pays them for their faithfulness, for their righteousness. Nehdi the yin ba quick it a. Verse 22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. That word good, Niniki, he used it twice, the same word, now it means pleasant or agreeable. I often talk about the saints in the church at Delcon. Benidon Dishna. There's something about them. They're pleasant, they're agreeable. Nego bedol zing wat die yin nina betigo ni die yin ba kut yik be na yosh eko akot hinani benalike jonila benalike yaho alko yast endi nilko ye da leli ye bhatle ye da leli. See that's unusual, that's different. Or we just live out our existence, we just live from day to day. But God allows a person to think about their future, the next generation. I will turn the hearts of the fathers to their children. No, in the New Testament, I will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children. He expands our hearts, our longing, even for the next generation. But That's why he's saying a good man, a pleasant man, an agreeable man, someone that is sanctified, holy, someone that has experience and is a saint. God, but the yin leaning. Bechodene nani eya do adi rahakon sekesta de ha oyo chili aden de aidan sekesko yafo altonina. Leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous, Nina. Die Geschichte für das Aschen sind nicht Aschnichen sind go haja haidash atash and die is nend and o Geschichte in God it is sin go a quick aniki opa has just sin da ne janila die in bitte je go bad dort a janila e a to be dort. It's that simple. We have a choice. Do we want to do the things that God approves of? The God is on nego, quit and his nego, yinan hinigi, asha nego, that the diliesco, elo dance, zini, lego, ashanan, the shaina, so the nego, etiat, the Lord. Nzwonnego na gaat zijn dat anet net go yen hadne. Die in God bedash de yet die in beda just nee die in bekanini bekakwa inanda just Verse 23. Abundant food is in the fallow ground of the poor. This is kind of a challenging scripture verse. That word abundant, there's plenty or there's a multitude, there's a greatness of food in the fallow ground, Nina. Di keya konde nihidol glass o nihidol glass go ket o leer go khaz go khashita jol bago don dihidel nishta Yidish nishko nihuislad go kitilago o khayuyek in the dado lehi bahwanonde do ileta. Are there things in our life that we're not capitalizing on? Are there things around us that if we could be industrious and begin to work on to allow us to get ahead? Os could hot os benedi da hot ego or that attach da hanil bago
the odds that they kissed
or that the dini you see nada hit seko mohne zan the an hit over that the nisko belina a hot ego hit da very convicting. But it is swept away by injustice. Adonat leda. The I speaking from a Navajo's perspective. That the Liang or the Bendas it. Oh, what Egon does, Business a shot. It Egon in the click on the Hishnapito Ashkote. 원나서 대신 다휘다 원나서 토 오체다 나호 다휘지 어헛 안다 하자 디지데 사혼 대신 인다 엔데 온네 오나스 라히다 인다 카시다 진다 하자 또 코 nicht benina 전이라 에벤이나 세다 젠다디 세도 세다 베후이다니 리도 베나스디 카하 오벨호티 오벨라고 윌지스 빌나하 وناسو دهودی convicting, huh? Verse 24. But he who withholds his rod hates his son. Khayshin khayet do nashin skistodo do has naji lost bitcha just kegos naji losigi khayet ojo khana halen jonila khaibeni na jo opa hojsa a binzen ki ani do shotnzen di jin that you have one has ango what one has al chiniye a binzen ki etani ko a binzen ni au be nan dicht ego amado je kat bich nada di je nada husna. Why? Because the parent didn't discipline. Oyanas go abins and nigi edaniki and na kadebet dendadi na go but in the huishna. A quiet chekut edajin adinda. When the opportunity was there when they were younger, that is not quit equit ejanigos and najit lost. Then you dacht ja, het eet al liggen. Kade da hooi had, I'll bet that these kids missed opportunities. But he who loves him disciplines him diligently. De geshi bi yetda yo ni yo ni ya hash nei klostor Janina. I think I like the way the New King James puts it. He who loves him disciplines him promptly. Kon. Do o nas before just that. Kon. Promptly. Do o bes nas yo kate. O het ego eya. Al chinigi. They begin to think that there's nothing wrong with this.
Into their mind, huh?
No, there's nothing wrong with what I do. There's nothing wrong with what I did. See, begin to zad, begin to kon skinko. Hashtag now, lost Johnny. Verse 25, the righteous has enough to satisfy his appetite. Denet kwikit ego hinaniki diyin bet niki eko hinani do baby kihot ahago be na nicht diyin bet nini eko ina nicht eki ya kwin let jonila gido yinligi gido yinchen de ba belahna the beats zini has it's the ye na altin jonila. Did the kodak when he get that or you did dan lani Tata di de yin God or beta de to go on to go that yo but cut on that needs it. What if we could get to a place where even our desires from within us ni yet we la na listen the yin beta de you cut on listen go at this now see na go sha ya ni na il think don't Why? Because those are things that glorify God, that honor Him. Ani, Ajkogi, Nichil Anigo, Ajko, Nichil Arago, Enilsingo. God will make sure that we're satisfied. But the stomach of the wicked is in need. Chesed God, the doy needs God, the Ashins need ego she in a nash itens and go in a yacht, ya did tragic shins and Jonila. You didn't lean, then other ye, a jabbe not lane, it's the doy, not think a yacht doy, queen lean. It's large, you cannot answer any one. You didn't lean into the door, it's like having a carrot dangled in front of you. And that's must get without clean that. So, there's the sheep. You then yard in the yard out carrots, it's down in the dish. And then this, I copy kids or those things. What a shame. On the head in God, on the knee, keep it what you taught, just all on the head, the righteousness of God, and just all they go, Barquisness and go, big echo in a jolly dolly. Hada ni what ego bashed, ni big echo, the in the on any big echo joe, God, the in then go, see what a get you wish on, ye get you legal, he'll make certain that you are satisfied. Ebe satit the yin bk or that or the yin the Beina. To Aina Kitchen. Big air crazy. The yin bet on any gishi ani, because la not needs an arch wash nicht nazin go delia, arch wash nicht a ragoban to the kiss. If it hasn't happened, maybe it's time that it should. In that there is satisfaction, real satisfaction. So yin dije. Chaye yin beakugit nego be jedika. Bedanit that it came from it inundated. Jedika. So yin is dije. DJ, if you want to come and tell God, I want that righteousness that you have. Net going to quick it she thought it was sin with the legal. They was waiting now be like. The shit the dogs in. I thought he didn't king on the jack sin God and quite. This altar is open. Let him know. God, I want your righteousness in my life. Ela bedin stehen da lanansen. Kann nicht dole, ob die nicht was.